Do you remember hearing about that weird, strange-shaped object that passed through our inner solar system late last year? It was the first object we've confirmed to have come from outside our solar system, and it was given the name Oumuamua, Hawaiian for scout or messenger from our distant past. Now, scientists have analyzed data from many observatories, including NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, and found that this interstellar object has gained an unexpected boost of speed. After Oumuamua was discovered with Hawaii's Pan-STARRS 1 telescope, as it surveyed the skies for near-Earth asteroids in October 2017, observatories all around and above the world focused on this approximately half-mile-long object to learn as much as possible about this cosmic visitor before it flew too far away to see. The Hubble Space Telescope was used to collect observations to determine the object's trajectory over 2 months in late 2017 and early 2018. The observations were combined with data from multiple ground-based observatories, which showed Oumuamua to have a small, continuous, non-gravitational acceleration. Something besides just the gravity from the Sun and planets was affecting the trajectory of Oumuamua. A probable source of this acceleration is jets of gas coming off the object. This behavior is similar to objects we have already identified as comets. When they get close to the Sun, ices in the comet sublimate into gas, and streamers of gas can push the object along. Usually when comets do this, the outgassing can be seen because it ejects large amounts of dust which form a cloud around the object called a coma and a tail. But with Oumuamua, no type of coma or tail was seen. Maybe Oumuamua doesn't have much dust left after its interstellar journey, an amount no more than a couple coffee cans of material, making the dust too sparse for us to see. Or maybe the dust was much larger than normal, making it hard for us to detect. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's easiest to detect dust when the particles are similar in size to the wavelength of light we're using. Observatories were looking at Oumuamua invisible light, where we have the most sensitive detectors. But larger particles of dust would be easier to detect with microwave or radio wavelengths. This is definitely an unusual object, and unfortunately no more new observations of Oumuamua are possible because it's already too dim and far away for even Hubble to see. But when there's one weird object, there are probably more. Sky survey programs will keep an eye out for other interstellar visitors, and the Hubble Space Telescope will be ready to contribute observations to better understand any more orphan vagabonds traveling between the stars.
We were saying, oh my God, we really need to check and double check and make really sure, because the effect is so small and so subtle that many things could go and screw up your measurements. And after checking and double checking and cross checking, the effect was still there.
But astronomers might have already found an intriguing explanation to this observation. Oumuamua first came to the attention of astronomers by the end of 2017. Observatories around the world discovered that the object was a lonely voyager from interstellar space, the first of its kind to be observed.
So for the first time, we had evidence of an asteroid, an object that was coming at a very high velocity into our solar system, and the velocity was so high that it proved that the object was actually coming from the outside. It was coming probably from an other solar system.
Odd. This peculiar object is moving faster than the laws of celestial mechanics predict. A result that caught the scientists by surprise.
We considered really various. One of them is an interaction with some magnetic field, or another one would be an interaction with a force going along the trajectory, not really knowing what it would be, just to see if it works, or a force that would be an impulse, like a small outburst or things like that. And all these hypotheses fail.
The most likely explanation for Oumuamua's odd behavior is that it is outgassing. Outgassing occurs when sunlight heats up the surface of an object. This causes it to vent a plume of gas that acts like a booster rocket. However, outgassing is a typical behavior of comets, which now leads astronomers to suggest Oumuamua is an interstellar comet rather than an asteroid. However, Oumuamua shows no trace of typical cometary features. The interstellar visitor does not show a characteristic long tail of evaporating material. It also shows no evidence for a coma, an envelope of gas and dust surrounding most comets.
In terms of the quantity of dust and gas that is released, it's tiny. It's really not much, but it's very small, so you don't expect a lot of dust. And still, again, comparing with normal comets, it's about right for such a small comet to have so little gas.
Astronomers speculate that perhaps the small dust grains adorning the surface of most comets eroded during Oumuamua's journey through interstellar space. With Earth, it becomes too distant for even the best telescopes in the world to observe.
We've never observed a comet like that before, but it's possible. We've never seen one, so many differences, many things in common, so we really need to wait for the next one to start making comparisons.
So the hope is that in the future, with better telescopes, more telescopes searching the sky for asteroids, we will find more of these objects.
But what we have learned from Oumuamua surprised us beyond our wildest imagination.